How do you assess, in the grand scheme of things, the government's approach on national security in a historic perspective? Do you think they're about average, better than average, or not as good as other governments?
Well, I mean, statistically, there are fewer police officers now in the United Kingdom than there were in 1985. So in 1985, we had a population of something like 56 million. And we had around 118,000 police officers. We have now 66 million people in the country. Often, some of those people have come in from war-torn countries and some areas where there have been civic strife. But we have less police officers now than we did back then. So without doubt, there's a relationship there. You know, we are physically less safe. In terms of prison sentencing, they're coming down and down. You know, people are being released from prison very, very early for violent crime. Terrorism as well. People jailed for terrorism offences have been released from prison after sort of 50% of their sentence served. So I think, you know, when you combine that with the fact that we've lost 35,000 people since 2010 in the armed forces, one has to conclude that if you're living under a severe terror threat, we're less resilient than we were.
Now, obviously, Theresa May, Prime Minister now, was the Home Secretary for a long time. How do you assess her personal relationship in terms of overseeing, dealing with the security threat that Britain faces in her role now as Prime Minister?
Well, I think Theresa May has been a dismal Home Secretary. You know, she may well have been the longest serving Home Secretary, but she's also been the most destructive Home Secretary. I think it was outrageous of her to stand in front of the Police Federation and accuse them of crying wolf over the security threats. Going back to what I said at the start of the conversation, is that when she took over as Home Secretary, there were 21,000 more police officers than there are now. And I know dozens of police officers, particularly in the senior ranks, that have been leaving the job because they just cannot sustain the challenges that they face, because there's been an increase in red tape. They're prevented from stop and searching the people they need to. They're losing staff because staff are doing too much work. You've got police officers working 24, 30-hour shifts. And across many areas of crime, including acquisitive crime, there's literally a culture of non-prosecution now. Police officers have given up trying to do their job because they're being totally undermined by central government.